provide services inside of the PPGH network. We provide to Palipino urology, women's health, pediatrics, our emergency department, our ICU, basically any department within our hospital we provide services to supply sterile instruments that need reprocessing. So the workflow of the sterile processing department is that we receive a pick sheet from the schedule, the surgery schedule, and we pull instrumentation needed for the OR for the procedures. And then a nurse from the OR will come get those supplies from us, take them to where they will pull the disposable items, and then it goes into the OR for the surgical procedure. And after the procedure is finished, those contaminated items are transported to the decontamination area where the SPD staff receives the items and they start the process of decontamination. So the first step would be they would remove the mass gross contamination with the sink. And our new automated sink has all these accessories to help us improve the quality of that step. And then after they are removed of gross contamination, they are either run through our new ultrasonic washer, where they use cavitation to essentially vibrate the bioburden off the instruments. This can remove staining, bioburden, a lot of different things, rust and things like that. And then they will move into our automated washer, where they are thermally disinfected so that they can move on to the assembly area. So once it goes into the assembly area, we give it some time to air dry, and then our SPD staff, our CRCSTs, will then use those instruments to assemble trays for surgical procedures. They use a count sheet to make sure that the amount of instruments that are needed are included in the sets. And then we use things like chemical indicators, tampering devices, and filters to ensure that sterility is maintained within the container, so that then whenever we start the process over and they're received inside the OR, they can be checked and inspected for sterility. But before they do go to the OR, we use a couple different ways to sterilize the items. One, we use the steam autoclave that uses Prevac steam to decontaminate and remove all bioburden. There are some ways that we can measure the parameters of how sterile the items are. That would be what is called a biological indicator process challenge device, which we incubate and ensure that the devices are decontaminated to the best of our abilities and sterilized. And then the other option for our more delicate instruments is the hydrogen peroxide Vaprox sterilizer. And that's for items with lumens, things that are super delicate to temperature and cannot be put through the 275 degrees that the steam sterilizer uses. So there's different ways to make sure that the items are sterile. There's different ways to confirm that they've run through the correct process and different parameters that have to be met before they can reach the OR. And that's all an effort to ensure that we're giving our patients the highest quality of care.